So listen, I know that this may sound crazy, but the reality is this. There's a lot of great men out there. Now I know, don't roll your eyes, don't make faces at the camera or the TV or however you're watching this, right? There really are a lot of amazing, wonderful men who want relationships, who are prepared to pour into a woman. They exist. However, I'm not going to ignore the fact that there are tons of other men who are just not going to be good for you, who are toxic, who are immature, who don't understand how to have healthy relationships. Now, I think the big problem that's happening to so many women is that due to the many experiences with the bad men, it blinds you to the reality of the good men existing. But also due to not properly recognizing, acknowledging, or understanding why this man is a bad man. And let me just clarify, when I say bad, let's replace that with why this man is not best for you, all right? Not understanding that is what's setting you up to find yourselves in situations that you don't belong in, that drain you, that damage you, and that again, create this negative perception of men. So my goal here is to help you understand and recognize those men as quickly as possible so that you will know not to deal with them, that you will understand you should avoid dating these guys, because I want you to be readily available for that great, amazing man. Now, of course, part of being readily available for him is also you being healed from past situations and you giving off the energy necessary, the right spirit that will help you receive that kind of man. But one step at a time. Let's get to understanding some of the types of men you need to avoid dating. Now, I have a different video that has a lot of other guys I've mentioned before, but this is kind of a new list. They're all, you can put these two lists together, but let's just focus on this video's list. So the first guy I had to mention in this video that you need to avoid dating is a man who does not take care of his kids. So let me make clear, I don't think there's anything wrong with dating a man with children. The same way if I speak to men, I don't discourage them from dating women with children. I think the concerns people have in regards to getting into a situation like that are valid, and those concerns should be addressed and explored, but don't project negative assumptions on people because they have children. Now, again, you're free to not want to deal with it whatsoever. But let's just say you meet a guy, you like this guy for whatever reason, and you start to see that he is a man that is not taking care of his children. You need to leave him alone. Now, let me give you first my personal reason why I'm going to tell you to leave him alone. Because if he's not going to take care of his kids, he don't deserve a damn woman. And maybe I'm biased, and not biased because it's happened to me in any kind of way. I just think that men who do not take care of their children, I don't respect that. I look down on that. I don't want to look down on people in general, but to me, like this world would be a better place if more people stepped up and took care of their kids. And if you didn't want kids, you need to be more careful of how you navigate through this world sexually. And whether you want to or not, once they're here, you got to do your part, okay? But let's go further than that. If he is not taking care of his kids, it speaks to the character of that man. And of course, not in a good way, all right? Because what kind of man brings children into this world and abandons them? Now, I understand that there are a lot of hurt, damaged men, okay? And I understand that because of what they've been through, they now take that hurt and pain out on others. This isn't, of course, to validate it or make it excusable, but I do want to acknowledge the pain and the struggle of some men who have themselves been abandoned, who have themselves not been nurtured in a way to have healthy relationships with individuals as well as themselves. But I will not let that be an excuse. And I don't think women should be rewarding that behavior, because when you get with a man who does not take care of his kids, you are saying to him and to the others who watch this situation that you're okay with that kind of behavior. And if you are okay with that kind of behavior, please understand, it usually doesn't stop there. How many times have we seen situations of men who aren't taking care of their kids, get a new woman pregnant, and do the same damn thing? Because again, it's about a character issue. All right. Now, I don't want to overlook the fact that, yes, are there real situations out there where men are trying or have tried very hard to be in their children's lives, and the baby's mother, the mother of the child, has fought tooth and nail to keep them away, has created problems, has made it extremely difficult. Yes, this happens. And so I don't look at those men the same as I look at the man who just abandons his kids. All right. And so I think for you as a woman, you have to look deeper and understand, because the man who abandoned his kids could sell you the story of, oh, it's the child's mother, that's the problem. It's not me, it's them. But pay attention. Does he really make an effort? Does he show concern for his children? All right. And what does his character show you in other ways that either support the idea that he's a man of integrity, a man who embraces his responsibility, but is being blocked out, versus other issues that are only showing you he's really not that guy. He's really the irresponsible, doesn't care, narcissistic man who left and walked away from his children. All right. Now, another thing I want you to be mindful of is one of the reasons why we see a lot of men basically become deadbeat dads. A lot, not all, okay? Please, this is not all. But a lot of them abandon their kids because the only reason why they had kids with that woman was to keep the woman in their life. They were using the kids as a gateway to that woman, as an attachment, all right? And so when they are no longer able to have the woman and have access to her in the way that they want to, they're like, F the kids, all right? Because it's almost like they never cared about the children. They only cared about having control over that woman. Now, again, I'm just explaining to you why this happens. And it's something to be mindful of, because again, some men are going to come in your life who fit under this description, and they have not healed whatever part of them caused them to walk that path. And so chances are they're going to repeat the behavior. And yes, these men could have kids, don't even take care of them, and they're quick to impregnate you or want to impregnate you. Okay? Because again, to them, this child is a way to keep you in their life. So, and that's why, I understand everyone may not hold tight to the idea of marriage. I understand that some people feel like you don't have to be married, but this is why I think it's always best that if someone is truly serious about having a baby with you, they should be able to commit to you in marriage. That's my personal belief, but that's a whole different discussion. We'll leave that for a different video. All right. But to wrap this point up, I'm seeing too many women get with men who are irresponsible in this area of their life and who are downright not doing their part. And we have to, and I say we, but society, women, has to stop essentially rewarding these types of men. So I encourage you, if you're watching this video, and again, if you're already dating this kind of man, or a man who you suspect, maybe you don't know for sure, but there's a potential that he is that kind of guy, I'm all for having a talk first. I'm all for maybe encouraging and seeing, okay, what's the issue here? But then once he shows you that he is just unwilling for whatever the reasons are, other than the mother's child is truly blocking him. And even then, and I think that's a whole video I got to make as well, because there's a lot of, sometimes the men aren't trying enough. Sometimes, all right? And they're just using the excuse of the mother making it hard when it's not really that's not really the case. But the bottom line is, if he's not showing a willingness to work on being a part of his kid's life, providing for them, that's the man you need to leave alone. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check this one out right here, and I'll see you there. So listen, I know that this may sound crazy, but the reality is this. There's a lot of great men out there. Now I know, don't roll your eyes, don't make faces at the camera or the TV.